The sun had barely risen over the bustling city of Ibadan when Ayomid adjusted his faded shirt and stepped out of his one-room apartment. His mother, who sold roasted corn by the roadside, had pressed his hands tightly before he left. "Ayo," she whispered, her eyes shining with hope, "today might be different. Keep faith." Ayomid nodded, though doubt gnawed at his heart. For 2 years since graduating with a degree in economics, he had wandered from one job interview to another, only to return home with rejection letters. His friends had given up and left for other towns, some had turned to petty hustling, but Ayomid refused. He believed his chance would come, though he didn't know when or how. That morning, he was on his way to yet another job fair, carrying a folder that held his CV and one certificates. He boarded a downfall bus, squeezing between passengers, his mind rehearsing possible interview questions. But fate was already waiting for him. When Ayomid reached the venue, a grand hotel in the heart of the city, the queue stretched like a python across the compound. Hundreds of graduates in suits of varying quality stood nervously, clutching documents, sweating under the sun. "Oh, God help us," muttered a young woman beside him. "Amen," Ayomid replied with a faint smile. Hours crawled by. When it was finally his turn, he entered a hall where several companies had set up stalls. Recruiters barely looked at him as they collected his CV and placed it on already teetering piles. Each interaction left him emptier. By noon, his hope had thinned to a thread. He walked out, defeated, and sat on a low fence outside the hall. His stomach growled. He had skipped breakfast to save money for transport. As he buried his face in his palms, a commotion drew his attention. A tall, elderly man in agbada was surrounded by aides as he made his way out of the hotel. Everyone whispered his name, Chief Olufemi Adeniran, one of Nigeria's wealthiest businessmen, owner of a conglomerate spanning oil, real estate, and manufacturing. Ayomid's heart raced. He had read about the man countless times, but never imagined he'd be this close to him. Something inside him stirred, a voice urging him to act. Before fear could paralyze him, Ayomid rose, clutching his folder, and walked quickly toward the chief. Security guards moved to block him, but Ayomid's desperate voice rang out. "Please, sir. Just 1 minute. That's all I ask." The chief paused, studying the young man with weary but curious eyes. He signaled his guards to step aside. Ayomid swallowed hard and stretched out his hand. "Sir, my name is Ayomid. I've been searching for work for 2 years. I believe if you just give me a chance, I won't disappoint you." For a long moment, Chief Adeniran simply stared at him. Then, slowly, he extended his own hand. The handshake was firm, warm, and strangely electrifying. "Young man," the chief said, "I see boldness in you. Most people wait for doors to open. You knocked. What exactly can you do?" Ayomid, still gripping the chief's hand, replied with trembling sincerity. "Sir, I studied economics, but I can do much more. I can analyze, plan, and solve problems. Give me an opportunity, and I'll prove myself." Chief Adeniran smiled faintly, then turned to his aide. "Get his details. I want to see him at my office on Monday." Ayomid could barely breathe. His knees felt weak as the chief entered his car and drove off. Around him, whispers of envy and amazement swirled. But all he could think of was the handshake, the simple gesture that had just altered the course of his life. Monday came, and Ayomid wore his only suit, carefully ironed, to the chief's imposing office tower. He was ushered into a conference room where Chief Adeniran sat with a few executives. The chief leaned forward. "Ayomid, I have no vacancy for job seekers. But I have problems in my businesses that need solutions. Let's see what you can do." He handed Ayomid a file filled with complex data about one of his struggling companies. Study this. Tell me where we are losing money and what you do differently. Ayomid spent hours poring over the numbers. His mind, sharpened by years of struggle and study, began to connect patterns. By evening, he returned with a detailed presentation. He spoke with passion, suggesting practical ways to cut costs, improve efficiency, and explore new markets. The chief and his executives listened in silence. When he finished, the room was quiet for a bit too long. Then the chief broke into a wide grin. Brilliant! You've seen what even my senior managers overlooked. That very day, Ayomid was offered a position not just as a junior staff, but as a business analyst reporting directly to the chief himself. Over the next few years, Ayomid proved his worth. Every project he touched began to thrive. His innovative ideas saved the conglomerate millions, and his loyalty earned the chief's trust. Soon, he rose to become one of the youngest directors in the company. But Ayomid never forgot where it started, from that bold handshake outside the hotel. One evening, as he sat in his new apartment overlooking the city, his mother visited. She looked around in wonder, tears streaming down her cheeks. "My son," she said softly, "so this is what fate has brought us." Ayomid held her hand and whispered, "No, Mama. It was fate, yes, but also courage. If I had stayed quiet that day, I'd still be waiting." Sometimes, destiny doesn't just find you. You must reach out and claim it. Years later, Ayomid started a foundation to mentor unemployed graduates, teaching them not just how to polish their CVs, but how to believe in themselves and seize opportunities. At every seminar, he told his story, the day he shook hands with destiny. And every time, his final words echoed in the hearts of all who listened. A single handshake, when backed by courage, can change your life forever.